Okay. Guess you guys can guess where I'm at. It's cold out there. And no, they didn't finish shoveling the sidewalks yet. That's like 3 days. And they didn't shovel the sidewalk, so that's hard ice that I got a trip through, man. It's like going up. What the heck, that big mountain there, having a brain seizure. The one that everybody has to climb. Oh, man. Oh, that warm coffee feels good. I want to start out by thanking everybody for commenting, sending me comments, and all the good wishes and stuff. Thank you guys so much. Just thank you. And like I said to the one person, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And that door closed behind me. There ain't nobody calling that I could to call to argue with. Nobody I could call that was ever proud of me or anything. Jeez. Crazy stuff. What I'm doing right now, I didn't get any sleep last night. None. Zero. Following that Karen Reed case. That's some crazy stuff. That's an ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms guy that offed that other cop. So I'm just hoping that I get the strength and my doctors keep me alive long enough to see this guy get the cuff slapped on him. I know I won't live long enough to see the trial because they'll horse crap that around. 20 years is nothing. They'll horse that around for 20 years. This guy will be running free. And all the evidence points at him. They got pictures of him walking through the police station. He said he was someplace else. He showed up at the police station after the fact. And where I'm getting the information at is Loophole Lawyer. What I'll do is I'll remember to put that link in there, Loophole Lawyer. And he's got a couple people working on that one. Real good people working on that. What the heck the Higgins is doing in that police station, and the one photograph that the police station, of course, covered with cameras and stuff like that, but everybody minds if you're standing on the sidewalk with a camera and videotape, and that's a big problem. But they don't mind going past hundreds of traffic lights, walking in and out of stores. This place has got cameras right here. They got cameras all over the place. That's not a problem, but if you walk down the street with a camera, that's a problem. So they got pictures of him walking out. Now, I believe he's right-handed. And that photo of him walking around the police department, the cameras normally pick up stuff that you don't see in this light spectrum. It picks up a lot of infrareds. Stuff that you wouldn't normally see. As a matter of fact, there was a couple mods on YouTube. Mods, not moderators, modifications on how to turn, like you have an old camera, how to turn it into an infrared night vision camera. And you just take it apart and peel off one layer of film on the camera, and it sees an infrared only. So Higgins walking through the police department, what the heck was he doing there after he offed that one cop? He offed a cop. If that was me and you, they'd have the SWAT team there. They'd burn your house down. They'd destroy your vehicle. They'd do a lot of bad things, man. And the pictures of him walking through the hallway, that shows his right hand all swollen and bruised and black and blued up, and it looks like he's got a big bruise working on not working on that hand where they did that guy. So what they probably did, he called him over to Albert's house. Higgins called the cop over to Albert's house because he was jealous of this guy because of the girlfriend. So Higgins is like some kind of feral animal. And hey, you coming over here? You coming over here? And when he got there, I guess he sucker punched him, knocked him out, and then if common sense would have set in, he would have helped the guy. He would have got him to a hospital, faced the music, whatever he had to do, but he didn't. What they did was they moved him out to freeze to death outside in a blizzard, one of the worst blizzards that place had seen in quite a few years. So they put him out in the snow, let him die out there, if he wasn't already dead when they dumped his body over there. So it was Higgins and the owner of the house. Now you think they find a dead cop on your front lawn, literally on your front lawn. They would go up to your house, knock on the door. Hey, we got a couple questions. Did you notice anything happening here? You notice how that cop's body get on the property over there, right there? Dead cop. Did you notice that? Did anybody see or hear anything? Oh, no. They never even went into the house because it's a cop. And they're still after Karen Reed. Karen Reed's going to have a multi-zillion-dollar lawsuit. Multi-zillion-dollars. And unfortunately, that comes out of the taxpayer's pocket. I'm sitting right there. There's about 3 feet of wall between me and the parking lot, and some of these lunatics pulling here like they're headed straight at me. You got to wonder. So they're still trying to prosecute Karen Reed for whatever reason. I don't know. They got nothing on her. And they're still trying to prosecute her because they can't admit that these cops are savage psychopaths, sick freaks. Now, my theory is there's exactly 0 good cops. If there was a good cop, there couldn't be a bad cop. If there's one good cop in the department, there couldn't be any bad cops, because that good cop would be arresting the bad cops. That's big crime, man. That's big crime. Walking around armed like that and all dangerous and screwed up, mentally, and 5150 they call it. It's crazy. Remember, I want to thank you people for hanging in there with me. Thank you so much. So that Karen Reed thing, I've just been following that to see what's going to happen when a cop kills another cop. The good thing about that is they're killing each other. At least they ain't taking citizens out. At least they ain't taking innocent people out. And if you shout over to Facebook and looked at Gunnison Undercover, again, his stuff, piled up with all these essays and CP. I can't even say the words on here because they'll ban me for whatever the heck saying what the truth is. They don't like that. They don't like you speaking the truth, especially when it has to come to government and it has to do with any form of government, the cops, the thugs. They don't care. They just don't want to hear it. They'll ban you. So I got to watch some of the stuff I say. The other stuff I'm just so upset over, and I don't know. I don't want to believe it. I know it. I've known it for years and years and years. Just don't want to believe it. You were taught as a little kid, hey, if you're lost or something, you go up to the cop and you say, hey, officer, I'm Mr. Policeman, I'm lost. Can you help me get home? Can you help me find my way home? Today, if you tell a kid that, that you go up to a police officer and say, hey, I'm lost, I don't know my way home, you may never see that child again. If you doubt me, go over to Facebook, look at Gunnison Undercover, see how many of these CP cases, child abuse cases, and wife-beating cases, and these ultimately violent... Look at this stuff I got posted on Facebook. Look at this stuff I got posted on Facebook. Jeez. Crazy stuff. And all I'm doing is reprinting, reposting stuff they say. Everybody says share. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so I share. That's the best I could do, is keep putting the word out, hit it from another direction, make sure that everybody's aware of this stuff. So I'll re-put John's stuff out. I'll put up, my big hangout channel is here's the deal. Crazy stuff. The First Amendment Protection Agency is that young kid. And I tell you, that angle he came up with was a stroke of genius. Him going over to these dispensaries and these people getting weed at the dispensary. Oh, it's medicine. It's medicine. Years ago, that's not what they were calling. They were calling it drugs. And you were going to a drug dealer to get it. Now, all of a sudden, the government gets a cut of it. It's no longer, a drug dealer. It's a drug dispensary, and these people aren't dealers. And drug buyers, they're patients. They're all now patients. So they try and nail these auditors doing this stuff on charges like violating HIPAA laws. That's keeping patients' information confidential, which that's on them. That's on the dispensary, that's on the doctors, that's on the nurses. That's not on somebody like me walking around with a camera. I don't work for that company. And that's the law. That's not make-believe me being snotty or anything. That's just the way the law is. So, John's got some crazy good stuff going up. Here's the deal. He's always got some good stuff going up. What else have I been following? Some car stuff that I like. Being I ain't got one. I like every car I see. I wouldn't be sitting here doing what I'm doing. They don't want to advertise for nothing either. They pay for this. Here, they don't pay me. Oh, man. So, we'll see if the social worker gets in touch with me today. I haven't heard from him in a while. I found my other phone, the duplicate of this one. I found that the other day, sitting right in front of me. But because everything in the world, when you order something, you get a choice of colors. Everybody orders black. Black. Blends in with everything. You put it down in the house, you'll never see it again. And the phone case that I have it in is red metallic, so it sticks out. I bought it for that reason. I happen to like red anyway. My birthstone is ruby. So I just like red. Red cars look good. Just like red. So I bought a red phone case. You figured that'd stick out, but I put it the bottom down so that all you could see was the black screen, and that blended in with everything. So for months I was worried where the heck that went. Then the other day I was just digging around and found it. So I'm going to see if I can, which that place is miles away from here, Apple, to get the phone fixed and running to replace this one. Supposedly it's got more memory or whatever. I don't know what the heck it is. I have no idea what the heck it is. And every time I call a place, I get these young snots that work in their pajamas, and they got earrings and nose rings and clown makeup on, and oh man, men wearing dresses, and holy mackerel, pajamas, bathrobes. It's the way the world is today. The world is today. people in the United States going without medical insurance because of what this kook is doing. That they cancel your medical insurance, they cancel your food stamps, they cancel so much stuff. That's how it. That's and what did this lunatic run on? He ran on the platform that he was going to expose the Epstein files. I think they're already in violation of that. I think they might get a day or two left on that before the court forces them to do something. So we'll see. Oh, he's not in there. He's not in there. He's in there. He's in that. So that's why he doesn't want that out. Then I saw some interesting stuff. He also ran on the platform that they're going to release all the Kennedy files. Man, I saw some interesting stuff on that bullet. Kennedy was hit, I swear, it looks like 2-3 times that he was probably hit. So, and I don't know what they did on the jet on the way from Texas to wherever the heck they dropped him off at. But they said everything looked different. The wound was sewed up, everything looked different. Crazy stuff. And they refused certain examinations. Like from a bullet wound, you could take a stick, a long dowel, and put it in one end of the wound and see where the wound came out. And that means if you're sitting like this and the trajectory, the bullet came from over there, came from wherever, they wouldn't let them do that. So that was all in that documentary. What the world is coming to. And all I wanted to do was get my life back together and go fishing again. Make some fishing friends. Because I got nothing here. No, what do I do? I talk to these animals here. They don't barely speak English. They barely speak the human language, let alone English. Terrible. Terrible. So once I'm done talking here, this phone, I'm just searching the web, looking at stuff. I don't talk to anybody. I try and reply to all my little messages, and thank you guys so much. I hope you're all healthy where you're at and warm. I hope your families are doing well. You're not under any stress. As long as I'm down here, I might take a run down to that corner store. A geyser a couple feet away from here. Pick up some yogurt or something, maybe some bread, or because that's all I get. I mean, I get to come here and I get to go over to the Asian food restaurant over here. I can't afford to be ordering food out all the time. What do? You order one slice of pizza? You order 2 slices of pizza? I don't think that's the way that works. And then you got to tip the driver, right? So I just don't know anymore. I don't know. Got too old for all of these smart people. So smart. So smart. They know better than people that lived 72 years and observed as much as they can observe. And again, I wasn't looking for multi-million-dollar properties. I was looking for a good place to fish, a nice little place to stand by the river, by the reservoir, by the swamp to fish. That was it. Take off, go get some lunch, maybe get some dinner, hang out late at night, go fishing for walleyes. You usually do it at night. During the evening and night, well into the morning. So that fit my schedule perfectly. Nobody was around. Except during the early parts of the evening, there was people around getting off of work. They'd stop by and you'd talk to everybody. You'd say hello, and you ain't got that here. There ain't no fish here. You've seen that place. What do you think you catch in the snow here? Nothing. There's nothing here. Nothing. If you had to live off of what you caught in this area, you'd die. You would die. Aside from it being polluted, yeah, I know my hair looks like hell. I used to have my own barber. But they moved me down here. That just sheer nastiness, malice, to move me down to this area. Such a crummy area. So I don't see what these. You see, the people come here to lay in the sand like cat feces during the summer, and they're always at the liquor stores or doing whatever the heck they're doing. I think that's John, the maintenance man. What a creep. That they come down here and lay in the sand, and they see that insert your money. And then once the weather changes up, they're out of here. They're gone. And they leave these places high and dry. So it's residents like me that keep these restaurants busy, keep these little food places busy. That's the way it is. So, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Melissa, I don't even know where she is. I think she's on the West Coast someplace. Family. Gonna spend Christmas there. And then shoot back here, and then that was like 2 months, 3 months I didn't see her. But she did manage to send me some apartment listings that I got over to Alex, the social worker. If they don't want, I mean, it's supposed to help you find a place to live. This place is ridiculous. So she took the time to find some listings. We'll see if they did anything. I truly doubt it. Anyway, I'm going to eat my donuts. Sit here and figure out how to get the heck back home. Hope my legs don't seize up in between here and there. It's freezing. It is cold. It's like 17 degrees, maybe less right now. We'll see. We'll see. In the winter, yeah, I'd be fishing this. I'd be dressed differently. I'd have hand warmers on me. I'd have a bunch of extra equipment on me. Neoprene waders, insulation, all kinds of stuff on me. And when you're fishing, for some reason, when you're catching, you don't notice the cold. When you ain't catching and you're fishing, you're freezing. So I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me along here. Thank you so much. If you get the chance, hit that thumbs up. I'll always thank you guys. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to dig into these donuts and have my cup of decaf. I will be talking at you later. If you don't hear from me, oh, by the way, that hospital is closing down, Monmouth Medical Center. They're shutting down. That place is so damn horrible that they can't. A hospital. People that are sick and dying don't even want to go to that place. So that place is in financial ruin. And you heard that recording. So if you look up Monmouth Medical Center in Long Branch, New Jersey, and look at the news on that, you'll see that they're folding up and they're moving one town over or something. So that just makes life tougher on me. In case I got to go to the emergency room, I got to ship out to another city. Crazy stuff, man. This is such a crap hole town. You know, it's like a facade, a movie facade. Everything looks like something. But you walk behind the facade and you see it's a bunch of boards holding up some flimsy paintings of buildings and actors walking around looking like they're decent citizens. Well, that's what goes on here. Everything down here is a facsimile. It's supposed to look like something, but when you get inside, it's a dump. So, I'll be talking at you later. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I'm going to be doing my best to survive, to make sure that I see this guy Higgins, this cop Higgins, cuffed up and be taken to prison. That's what's keeping me going. You guys, and hoping that Higgins winds up in prison very shortly. Thank you, guys. Have a very uneventful holiday. Here we go.